In today's video, I'm going to share about our journey, how my son started communicating with the AAC device. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a mom to a 20-year-old son on the autism spectrum. My son was diagnosed with autism at 3 years of age, even though he started showing signs of regression around 18 months of age. So he had just started babbling and saying some sounds, and suddenly he stopped because he started having regression. So that was the first time he faced regression. And after that, we got him assessed for autism spectrum disorder. And then he formally got diagnosed at 3 years of age. After that, for a couple of years, there was absolutely no sounds of any kind from my son. He used to communicate with us by hand leading us with his hand if he wanted something. Or we also started using PECS, which stands for Picture Exchange Communication System, with him in order for him to start requesting for his favorite food, his favorite toys, favorite activities. So anything he wanted, we took pictures of the things and then we taught him to start requesting for things. Then suddenly when he was around 4 to 5 years of age, suddenly there was an explosion of words and he started saying single words. At a point, there was so many words he could say, but just single words, no sentences. I remember I had a running list on my refrigerator. So each time I heard a new word, I used to be so excited and just go and jot it down on that list. So that continued for some time. And then once again, my son went silent. He stopped saying those sounds and those words. In the meanwhile, we had a speech therapist who used to come to our home for speech therapy sessions. And when he heard that our son regressed in terms of speech a second time, he was very concerned. So he said we have to immediately take him to a neurologist, which we did. Of course, we had to wait for a couple of months as there was a waiting period in order for the neurologist appointment. So after that, we went and saw the neurologist. The neurologist was initially very much concerned when he heard our son had speech regression a second time. So he sent us to the hospital for my son to get a EEG. And sure enough, the diagnosis came back. My son had seizures. So he got diagnosed with Landau-Kleffner syndrome, which is a rare form of seizures. And my son started having sleep seizures. He had a lot of sleep issues. And of course, he had some regression in terms of speech and some other skills. Then around the age of 7, we got introduced to the world of AAC, which stands for Augmentative and Alternative Communication. So they trialed a few devices with our son. They trialed LAM and Proloco to go. And then at 7 years of age, my son started communicating with the AAC device. For those of you who don't know, Proloco to go is a dedicated speech generating app, which is available on the iPad. So at 7, finally, my son started communicating with Proloco to go. In the beginning, it was a lot of modeling on my part, as we have to model using their language or using the Proloco to go without any expectations. We have to show them how to communicate in their language. That's called aided language output. So that is what we have to do. Slowly and surely, my son started using the device on his own to request for things he wanted. And slowly he started initiating the use of the device. So that's how our journey into the world of AAC started. In a future video, I will be sharing some tips and strategies which you can use with your child in order to help them learn the AAC. So if you find this video useful, do like this video and also subscribe to my channel to get more helpful tips like this. Do share in comments, does your child currently use AAC? And if they do, what kind of AAC do they use? Do share it in the comments. So thank you once again, and I'll talk to you next time.